Welcome guys to another tutorial. On today's tutorial, I'll be showing you guys or breaking down the layers of this particular design and showing you guys the makeup and behind the scenes of this particular design. So without any further ado, let's get straight into it. So I'll just turn off all these layers and break them down as we go on. So turning all of this off. Off, all you go. Turning them off. Turn this. So I'll be breaking down the design by layers. So like I would always say, the layers reveal or breakdown is not exactly the way I did the design. It's just a type and shadow of what the makeup of the design is. All right, so would start with the first artboard. So I have this particular petals background. All right, so first of when the project came, it's a beauty related brand, and I saw their brand colors and had pink, gold and white in them, and I was like, okay, that's fine. So that's basically what informed me to get this particular background for the design. So I added a filter gallery element in this. Let me see if I can bring that up. So it is a glass effect, right? Glass effect. So it's under distortion. Right, you see glass, and this is the parameters I'm using. Scaling at 100, smoothness 4, distortion 13. So your own can be anyone. How do I get to apply this filter gallery? So once you pick the object or you pick the layer, come to filter, you see filter gallery here, then you can make use of that. All right, so next thing was this confetti. The next name my layer is called confetti. So you can download it on PNG Wings or any other platform where you have PNG elements. So this is the confetti, and I change the color so it blends with this. Change the color, so apply the hue and saturation over that particular layer, and this is my parameters. -12 is what gave me something closest to the color of this thing. So I'm changing it because I want my design to be homogeneous. I want it to agree. I want all the colors to agree, all elements to agree. So next I have this particular white layer that I painted on. So I created an empty layer, took my brush tool, got my color white and painted, because information and all of that was going to be here. I didn't want it to be struggling with any other thing around. So the blend mode is still normal. Then you are invited text, so start adding text. Text is intro. Then this is the logo. If you look at the logo, you see the colors well represented in this particular thing. So you have pink and a hue of purple. So yeah. Then I have this rectangle. I have this thing inside the rectangle. So how do I achieve this? I created a layer mask. A smart object. Right. So this particular thing is actually a smart object I created. So you have all of this. Right, with the pictures inserted in them, pictures inserted in the rectangles. Right, so I converted all of this to a smart object so that it comes out as one and placed on top of this particular thing, this particular rectangle with this rounded rectangle in particular way. So we have another rectangle. So the shadow under here is just type and shadow for this particular one, although it's quite rough and not put together, but you get the point. So I have this light ray on the side of this light, and second one I think on the other side. So I had to change the color. I grouped both of them and I had to change the color to give me something related to the background. Then I have this particular thing just like this one, repetition of this one. Then and I have this ribbon. I have to change the color, all right, to give me something pinkish and purpley. Excuse me. Then I have the other fonts. brand. Title of this font is, what's the name of this font? Seneca. That's the name of the font. So I had to change the way it's looking, all right, or I had to warp it. So how do you warp a text? Once you click on text you want to warp, you come over to type, then you see warp text. So this is what I'm using. So I'm using the style I'm using is Rise, and the blend I'm using a blend at 31%. So if you increase it more than, you see what it gives you. So whatever works. So I'm using at 31%. So 31% was what did the trick for me. Then opening to the same effect, the same warp effect on the text, but this is a different text. Bohemi, very nice text. Then I started adding other things, other text. So this is really all that is going on. I think all of them the same fonts, legs end, yeah. So all of them the same fonts. Then this particular one, a rectangle. Then I added a shadow because there was going to be an image in front of this. So this is actually the shadow for that image being behind. So once you see the image, you understand better. So this is that text, then this is her picture. So if you look now, you can now understand why this place is quite dark, because I believe that once something is in front of that particular thing, it has a way of casting its shadow on that particular thing. All right, so there you have that. Then you now have a rectangle that is boxing this. All right, so to how will I put it, to draw your attention to this particular thing, or to draw your attention to these services, because that's what it is. It's a rectangle here, then on it is our services. Right, there's a gradient on the rectangle because if you look well on the logo, there's a gradient of purple and pink. So I had to be careful to add that gradient on the remaining other elements in the design. All right, so next you have is this ellipse I added as bullet points to each of the different categories of text I would have. Then the next thing I had is this ribbon. All right, because there's going to be an opening. So at an opening, you definitely cut a ribbon. So I changed the color, all right, to suit in with this. Then I added the gradient map. All right, so this gradient map is what's giving me a holistic form of color grading on the whole design. All right, turn the color gradient map off, see how it looks like. Turn it back on, see what it looks like. So you look at the face and the background, a very good blend. All right, so these are the colors I'm using on the gradient map. This shade of pink, different shades of pink. All right, then I now had some lights here and there, all right, to give this very, very bright illusion. So yeah, I forgot to mention the gradient map has its opacity at 17% and its blend mode to be soft light. All right, so you now have this particular light, which is screen, and the opacity is at 62%. Right, then you have one more thing, which is her business name and the social media icons. Right, so that's that about that first artboard. So the second artboard I think is slightly the same. We're not really changing much in the composition, just some very, very little things. Then start with this confetti. All right, change the color to this. So same way we change the color in this first artboard, same thing that's happening there. Then this white thingy, then her logo, the text, practically almost the same thing. So what's changing is just this particular shape here. All right, this particular shape here. So this was a rectangle that was drawn, then I now used the transform tool, that's the warp on that transform tool, to bend this whole thing. So you have any object, if you want to apply the warp, you just on that particular layer press Ctrl or Command T. All right, then you right click, then you see warp. So That way you can, you know, blend and adjust as you want. So that's what you have there. Next thing was to add this particular pattern, all right, over the shape, right? I maxed it over the shape. How do you max? Right click on that particular layer you want to put over another layer, then you see create clipping marks. Now it's showing release clipping marks because it's already there's already something going on there. So now this is it released. This was then if you want to clip mask it, right click, then see create clipping mask. So it automatically puts this pattern inside that particular shape or the element or the layer preceding it. So now the color overlay is this particular color, particular shade of pink, very dark, almost purple. All right, so all right, then we have the remaining other things just like we had in the previous one. All right, just the exact same replica thingy, then this, so practically just the same thing, the same CTOs, the same texts. All right, then a picture. Right, I edited this a picture using camera raw. It was already retouched then, but I just edited it to my taste. Then these gradients down here. All right, then this rectangle, same like we had here. Then another rectangle. All right, then with the text, our services, then the different ellipses as bullet points. Then we have something at the top here, which is this ribbon that was here. So I now change the color so it blends and match that. All right, then add an overall gradient map just the way I added here. Then I added some vibrance over that particular design. The whole of the things beneath that this thing would experience this vibrance. And there's lights up and down just the way we had it here. And her icon and the social media icons and her social media name. So that's it, guys. Then a vibrance at the top. So this vibrance is not really doing much. Calibration is plus 49. So that's really it on this particular design. And you see how nice it came out. Simple and nice is always what does the trick for you. So let your composition be simple, let your arrangements follow, let your alignments follow. Right, so thank you guys and see you guys in the next one. Bye.